I know if you leave you for nobody, just have faith in me.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel where we're all about leveling up, elevating, and living our absolute best lives. So today's video is a style video. We are back with the style videos. I'm so happy. It's like actually my favorite part of my channel. But yeah, so we're back with style videos, and I really wanted to do a how to find your signature style video because a lot of people ask, and I feel like there's always that $1 million question. You wake up, first of all, get out of bed, you shower, you're ready, you open your closet, and you're like, I have nothing to wear. What do I wear today? And I feel like the main reason that people have this question is that they don't really have a look or a feel for themselves, and I wanted to help with that. So let's get straight into this video. So the first tip that I want to mention in this video is actually the first thing that I did when I was like, you know what, I'm over buying fads, I'm first of all wasting money. And there was always people or things or eras that I was gravitated towards. So I was like, let me organize myself. So the first tip I would say is find a celebrity icon or style, era, or TV show. So what I would do is, what I love is vintage and old school, very like 50s, 60s, Marilyn Monroe, Dorothy Dandridge, that kind of time. And I was like, what is it about that makes it appealing to me? So for me, it was always like showing more of like your décolleté, more off the shoulder looks, more regal, elegant, but still sexy and stylish. I didn't want it to come off as trashy because that can happen often, but I wanted to look like, I always say, rich bitch styles. So what I ended up finding was that there were current icons that I really did like. One person I'll say, because I love her, but there's only moments where I really like her looks, is Beyonce. And when she's on red carpet, she always has that old Hollywood rich kind of look. Similar to Rihanna as well. Rihanna has a more everyday look that I do like, actually, but not necessarily everyday, but still more events red carpets than like a full-on Met Gala red carpet, you know? But she always keeps it sensual and sexy without it looking crazy and trashy. That also has to do with personality, but you know. Anyways, so yeah, I'll always look at like old black Hollywood actresses, and they always dressed classy, they always looked good and timeless and classic. So that's really neat. So you have to really think of like, what movies do you gravitate towards? Who are you saving a lot of in your phone? What is it that you're like, oh my god, I love that piece, I love that piece. What is it about all these pieces that are similar to each other? And figure it out. Some people like more grunge looks, more like 90s, more how would I say, like Britney Spears kind of back in the day, and that is okay. Make it make sense and make it translate into your work, into your grocery shopping, to your gym, to your everything. So it just all is easier when you're grabbing two pieces that always work together. If that makes sense. So that segues into my next tip, which would definitely be take advantage of saving on Instagram and saving on Pinterest. So on Pinterest, I am obsessed with my Pinterest. I have different boards for different things, and anything that, depending on what it is. So I'll have style, and I'll put a dash, and I'll say tops, style, bottoms, style, not even just all bottoms, style, trousers, style, skirts, style, whatever. So it's all organized in different things, and I know what that particular folder is for. Same with Instagram, but not maybe as in depth. Maybe I'll just say like, you know, going out dresses, or brunch outfits, or whatever it may be. Take advantage of that, so when you're seeing something like, oh my god, I love that, you're saving it, and then you can come back later when you're like, oh, I want to shop, I have money to spend, and I really want to buy something. You're really organized with your money, because we're not about wasting money here, honey. We're about using what we have, obviously, and still looking elevated and gorgeous, and yeah, looking like you, your authentic you, without killing the bank. So my third tip was what I just said, which is to break it down in parts. So making sure you're organized. I love this because if I'm looking at my closet, I'm like, I'm wearing a lot of pants. This is my current problem. I'm wearing a lot of pants. There was a time where I didn't have enough. I clearly went and bought a lot. And now I'm like, no, I need more skirts and different types of skirts for occasions, and because I left a lot in Canada. So now I know, okay, I need to focus on skirts. What type of skirts do I like? now I've already had it categorized. So style, I have skater skirts I like, I have pencil skirt styles I like, I have more A-line bigger skirts I like, and those are the types of styles that I prefer because I like classic and more vintagey kind of looks and attire. But for you, it really just depends. Maybe you like, I don't know, whatever era or whatever person you're into. And mind you, you don't always have to stick to one thing, because I do get bored too, and I do know everybody gets bored. You also want to throw in some fad things, but make sure you get your staples first. So my fourth tip would be to work with your best asset. So if you have really nice boobs, don't hide them necessarily. I have a lot of friends who are like, oh my god, I have to hide them, they're too big. And I'm like, no. You know, you can do modest cleavage if you're not into like full cleavage. If you own your boobs, then do your cleavage. Just make sure it's tasteful, obviously, because you can't be in an office with a trashy outfit. But you know, make it make sense. Or what I love is when people have larger chest, for example. There are a lot of shirts that are more of a t-shirt neckline, but they're tight here, so you have like a more poofy sleeve, but it'll accentuate your breast area without it looking like it's trashy. Or you can add like a slight little V for like work, and then if it's for nighttime, you just drop that baby. You know what I mean? You can play and make it make sense. If you have a bigger bottom, you'll be wearing more like pencil skirts and more things that accentuate your curves, and play with that area a little bit more, and yeah, just focus on that area. If you have beautiful legs, maybe shorter pieces, but short enough for the office, and then you want to go a little bit shorter for going out, but accentuate your legs. Focus on shoes to make them even more elongated. There's different ways you want to work with your best asset. So another way to make your life a lot easier, especially when it's finding your style, is stay within a color palette bracket in the beginning, especially with your staple items, before you go ahead and buy all these fad pieces. So why I say that is because if you're, like for me, I like more creams, whites, blacks, nudes, beiges, and such. So when I grab pieces, I don't spend too much time standing outside of my closet trying to be like, what am I wearing? I can grab a top and a pair of pants I haven't worn in a while, and they'll always kind of generally go together. Also, I just like monochromatic looks. So that's another reason. I wear black and white today, but yeah, I like usually like head to toe same look, just because I like that more rich look. Shout out to one of my videos, I'll link above here, on how to look more rich and like put together. And monochromatic is one of them, if that's what you're into. So my last pointer and tip to how to find your style is to ask yourself if there's one piece, one look, or one item you can wear on a regular basis, what is it? And play around with that. Because what I found is, although I like particular styles and looks, generally speaking, if I'm running errands or it's a Saturday or whatever, I'm not going to wear a lot of those pieces that maybe I would wear to work, which I spend the majority of my week doing. So doing that, you can play around. So I know I hate it, I've said it before, I hate legging culture and I don't like yoga culture, but we all have them. But play around. So if that's what you're used to wearing, and maybe it's not jeans, then play around and find a more nicer way to wear these pieces to do your everyday errands and still look put together and still look really good within your style dreams. Another thing, say you're more of a jeans girl, then find ways to wear your jeans where you have a casual look, a dressed up look, events look, appropriate places to wear your jeans, and like that's your go-to look. So essentially finding your go-to look so that it's easier, because you're gonna gravitate towards one thing in your closet. For me, it's usually pencil skirts. That's just my thing, and I found ways to dress them up and completely dress them down with sneakers, and it works for me. So it's really finding out, like, ask yourself that question so that it's easier for you to figure out how to find your signature style. So yeah, I hope you guys found this video very helpful. These are tips that I wish someone had told me in my early 20s, because there are pieces I still wear from them, and there are pieces that I spent a lot of money on and had to throw away, and I was just like, why? I could have still had them. Like, I had other pieces if I knew, and I wasn't trying to follow fads all the time. So yeah, if you found this helpful, please leave a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more style tips and the other series that I have. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll check you guys in my next video. Bye guys!